Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this week's episode of the CFL Weekly Show. We are into week 8. And before we get going, I'm going to pass it on to Coach Phil because he's wanted to say a couple of things before we get the show started. So, Coach Phil, the floor is yours.
All right. So for everybody that knows the elephant, I'm gonna let the everybody kind of knows. My daughter passed away on Friday, July 18th, at around 12 o'clock, and it's still. Ooh, I ain't a big crier. I ain't no punk, but I'm in tune with my feelings. Uh, I just want to say thank you to everybody within the CFL family. I want to say thank you to everyone that has checked in. I want to thank everybody who has showed love. I, I've never seen anything like this, and I never expected anything like this for people to show up and show out like that for my baby. I've been Jazz's dad since she was 5 years old. Me and her mom shared the boy together, and that was my baby, man. And it was hard, but we're getting through it. Um, we're still we kind of know what happened, but at this time, we wish, as much as everybody would like to know, just please respect our privacy with that. Um, my family, thanks you all uh, for the love, the support, and I want to say, um, damn, I knew what I was gonna say, but it's hard. I'm sorry, y'all. Cherish your kids. Cherish the time that you have with your kids. Uh, love them. Love them hard. Appreciate them, and don't take the time with them for granted. We always think as parents, Blake, you a parent, Shane, you a parent, Cole, you'll be a parent one day, that our kids are going to bury us. But when it's the other way around, it don't feel right. And whether you love Coach Phil, you dislike Coach Phil, whatever the case may be, I still appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And I'm very thankful for all the love and support everybody's kicked in. And thank you to everybody that has supported the GoFundMe to send my baby off with a celebration of life. Uh, and the CFL family, I am so thankful for every last single one. And everybody in the community, everybody, friends, family, counterparts, the whole nine. And y'all three, man, I love y'all. And y'all were the first ones to check on me. And in this world, you only get a certain amount of friends. You really do. And y'all like my brothers. And when y'all checked in on me, that meant a lot. And I'm going through it. Um, I'm holding it together for my kids, my family, and we just keep it pushing, man. And my baby's physically gone, but her spirit will live on forever. So thank you to everybody. I really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, coach. I mean, first of all, I admire your strength so much, man, and how positive you're trying to be right now. And I think that's, as you said, what Jasmine would like, and what I want to try to hopefully remind everybody, and try to keep it as positive tonight and as possible. And I think something like this is a great way to hopefully take your mind off things a little bit, coach, and kind of have the banter, have the fun that we are able to. And as I said, I just admire your strength so much, coach. And as you said, you have three brothers in us right here. And if you do need anything, don't hesitate to please reach out, and whatever time it may be, night or day. Um, you know, I speak for the other two of us as well. We're always here for you.
Hey, it's been a dark time, man, and I'll be honest with y'all. Um, I'm not gonna share everything, but I'm just gonna give you a little tidbit. when I got there and they were working on her and everything, and when they worked on her 9 times, 9 times, and I found out today that she came to, she was revived, but it was too much on her. And my baby fought. I always preach to her, baby, you fight through everything and everything. And she fought till the end. And I still remember the EMT telling me verbatim, we did everything we could. And I'm sorry to tell you, but she's gone. And I was talking with my mom we were FaceTiming. Nothing else mattered in that moment. I could have just dropped that moment. And it still plays in my head a little bit. It still mentally fucks with me. But I'm here. My baby, every day, y'all don't notice, but every day I come home from practice, I'll take a nap, and she'd always wake me up. Daddy, it's 5:55. You got to do the show. Daddy, it's 5:55. You got to do the show. Get up. They're waiting on you. Daddy, you got to record. Daddy, you got to do this. Daddy, you got to do that. She was one of my biggest supporters. And it feels like I lost my right hand, because for years it was just us. It's been me, the boy, and her before we had Cam. And now I feel like I've lost a part of me that I'll never get back physically, but I will keep her memory alive. She was radiant. She was strong. She was cutthroat at times, but she had no tact like her daddy. But she was real, and I miss her. I miss her so much, man.
Coach, man, this is I know what we're going through means nothing to you, like, because you're the one that went through it. But you guys don't know that. I think Cole knows, but I don't live with my kid. Like, I still live with my parents and everything. And I was on a day off. I happened to be with my kid, and I got the text message from Cole. He was the one that saw it first. And he said that your daughter was gone. And I turned around and I hugged my kid right then, because we just don't know when the last time might be. Like, our kids mean everything to us. We would do anything for them. And I know right now, man, that if you could, you would trade places with her. So the fact that you're here tonight, it means so much to me. I know it means so much to Cole. It means so much to Shane. The CFL family, like, everyone that knows you knows what type of great person you are. We're all here for you, man. Like, anything you need, seriously. You just hit up any one of us and we'll drop it a hat and we'll be there for you.
I appreciate that, man. And I'm stubborn. My daughter was stubborn like me, and she loved life no matter what. And we just, initially everything hurt. I was in a daze for 2 days, man. There's a lot that I don't remember, but man, I don't know. I'm processing everything one day at a time. I have the CFL family, I have the CFL community backing me and talking and showing love, and friends, family. I've met great people who've reached out and gave me kind words, and it's a day by day thing, y'all. And maybe I might have moments where it's gonna hurt, But seeing that picture I shared that picture of her and Jer with their jerseys on. Man, I've cried like a baby. I cried like a fucking baby, you know? And this is, I don't know. It's just a lot. But again, I appreciate everybody. I love y'all. And we gonna keep on keeping on. And I know my baby's watching down. It's been sunny here the last few days since she's passed. So I know she's up there and she's holding it down for me. So we gonna have a celebration of life in a couple weeks, and then we just go forward. That's what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say much more than what Blake and Cole have already said. Uh, Cole messaged me. I didn't believe it at first because I don't think anyone wants to believe something like that. You know, my family as a whole, you know, my parents watch the show. My other half watches the show. Her family watches the show, and everyone, all of us, have send our deepest condolences and love to you and your family in this time. Losing my little one's probably my worst nightmare right now as a parent. So I don't think I could ever imagine the pain that you're going through right now.
Can I be honest?
Of course.
Go for it.
Because y'all my boys. I know we're supposed to be talking football, but I got to keep it real. The pain that I'm going through right now, honestly, I beat myself up for a couple days because I said it should have been me. Like you said. Because you know, good or bad, I said I never want my kids to have to suffer. I never want them to know what life is like without each other. But I never thought in my wildest dreams, bro, that I'd be saying goodbye to my baby, and it hurts. It fucking hurts. I've been strong 5 days, sleepless nights, waiting on her to call me, because she always called me to wish me good night if she wasn't with me. And I told my mom, I said, I'm still waiting on that phone call. And I think I'm gonna be waiting for a very long time for that phone call. Cause she gone and it just don't feel real. It doesn't feel real at all. But I just don't know what to do. I really don't. And just being here tonight with y'all, I needed this. I needed this bad. Cause y'all know football's everything to me. It's my world. It's my saving grace. But my kids ain't my universe. And losing her, feel like I'm not gonna function the same. But I have to keep going. And I love y'all. I really do. I really, really do. And it makes me appreciate the ones that I have in my life. And y'all mean a lot to me. So thank you for letting me get this off my chest, man, because I've been holding it in for 5 days and 5 nights.
We love you right back, Coach. I think this is such a powerful 15 minutes, and honest to God, like fuck football for the rest of the show if we really wanted to go down that path. I think we obviously live in a day and age now with like that stigma out there of like it's okay to not be okay, right? And talk about your shit, talk about your feelings. and a platform like this, like would really encourage like other people that maybe aren't tuning in live right now to come back and check this out and just like obviously it's a very unfortunate situation, but it's also a very like powerful situation because of how strong you are, coach, and how you're willing to, talk about it so openly. I know obviously you're keeping a little bit of details behind the scenes as well, but I think, obviously if I can kind of lend a little bit of a lesson, I guess, with obviously you guys know I lost my dad a little bit over a year ago, and you guys have been so great at you guys helping me more than you guys will ever know with that. Like you said, right? Like distracting me and doing all this stuff of like talking football and getting together on a weekly basis is what I need, right? And I hate to say it to you, coach, but it doesn't get necessarily easier. But as I said to you in message, man, like they're with you every day, whatever it may be, however you may carry them with you, they are with you every step of the way, every moment throughout your life. Obviously, you're not able to share that physically, but they are watching over, as you said. She's watching us tonight, getting ready for dad, getting dad ready for the show tonight. So, coach, I thank you, number one, and just so appreciative for you to come on tonight. Like, I don't think the three of us probably expected you to be ready this quickly, and we're fully okay with giving you as much time as you needed to step away from the show if that was the case. But like I said, I think this is a very powerful moment for people that are hopefully watching and being able to take lessons from this.
First of all, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I before everything, when Shane hit me and was like, do you want to say something? Without question, I didn't hesitate because so many people have said nice things and reached out, but to respond to you, I agree with you. I'm hearing that everywhere. It's not going to get easier, but I'm focused on one day at a time. I'm focused on protecting my boys. I'm making sure they're good, because Jared was very close to his sister. Very, very close. And I think he understands, but I also think he doesn't understand that he's never going to see her again physically. And that's what hurts me the most. One of the most things that hurts is he's never going to see her again. But I told him, you got to protect your brothers. You got to be 10 toes down. You got to do the same thing that she did for you. And she sacrificed a lot, and he doesn't even know it. So I'm just taking it one day at a time. I'm getting rest. I might toss and turn every night, but y'all know I'm a workaholic. Y'all know I don't take too many days off. But this really like did something. And I don't know. I'm just taking the time, man. That's all I can do.
Yes, I mean, we're all here for you. Us and everyone within the CFL community is behind you 100%. Whatever you need, we're here.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I didn't even get a chance to watch none of the games. I'm like, I've never been this behind on everything, and I'm gonna try my best to throw in my little 2 cents, but I'm here, and let's do the damn thing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. If we're ready, let's jump into very emotional 20 minutes. So let's get the excitement in for football. Let's jump into week 7 recap in Montreal. I don't even know how to explain this game. I don't know where to start with this game. 26-25 Montreal win. I mean, hey, good teams find ways to win, and that's what Montreal did when it mattered most. I'm curious on if they would have taken the loss if Davis Alexander wasn't on the 6-game IL, but a win's a win, and it's a win against the East, so that helps. But yeah, Blake, I'll let you get going on this one. I have no real words for it. It was kind of a hosh posh game. Both teams kind of sucked.
Yeah, it was. Shane, you said good teams find ways to win. I would argue this is like a case of that. Like I agree, the Alouettes are a good team. With the preface of, as you mentioned, Davis Alexander is now on the sixth game. So how good they're going to be without him, I guess we'll wait and see. But I would also argue that like bad teams find ways to lose. Like
Mm.
the Argos had that game won like basically the whole game. Like they were up 25-7 at one point. They, of course, were up 25-20 late in the game. The Alouettes had scored twice. They missed a 2-point convert. It looked like they were going to take the lead just outside the 3-minute warning when Cole Speaker was stripped right at the goal line. It fumbled into the end zone. So, of course, the Argos get a touchback. They start at, I think it's the 30 or the 35, something like that. They run one play, and then on the second play, Nick Arbuckle gets sacked, fumbles the ball, and the Alouettes get it back in prime scoring position. Like I would argue, this is a game that I agree. As I said with you, Shane, good teams find ways to win, but bad teams find ways to lose. And that's exactly what happened to the Argos because not only did they lose the game, not only did Davis Alexander score what turned out to be the winning touchdown, but after all that, the Argos were still driving for a potential game winning field goal, and Nick Arbuckle threw an ill advised interception to end any hopes of that. So,
You know what's funny? I saw on Twitter today, I was scrolling a little bit, and I saw somebody say, hot take, Nick Arbuckle really isn't playing that bad. He's playing
it
all
was
right.
Corey.
Yeah. And I was like,
But he has been playing okay.
he played okay, but he's not like, he's not, what was it? What's his name? Blake Bortles. He's
Oh,
playing,
yeah.
yeah, he's
The
playing like,
Jaguars guy.
yeah,
Okay, to be fair
yeah.
to Nick Arbuckle, that interception, that offensive like protection, horrendous.
Sucked. It was
Oh,
so
The right
bad.
tackle just stood there and let him go, like let Duquois go like right by him.
But if you let Duquois get right there down the line, like inside that box, you know he's blitzing. You know it's coming. Pause.
Yeah.
But still, like what? Like how you let him go untouched?
No idea. That's what the question
Like
was.
nobody can go sec. Nobody can call. Hey, nobody's making a call. Nobody's sitting there knocking. Hey, hot. Like.
So they loaded the box. There was like 7 or 8 of them in there, and they dropped 2 back.
Okay.
But the right tackle just let Duquois and then whoever the running back was took the middle. So like,
so he took a bad read
you're
on it. He took like a.
you're also probably seeing like when coach talking about communication, like the loss of Ryan Hunter not being there as well, right? Their best offensive lineman, the guy that probably does a lot of their
Yeah,
communication.
I'm sure
I
you
know,
guys mentioned that last week, just the freak car
yeah, the
accident. And,
accident.
but,
yeah, getting
But
hit on a bike on your bye week.
I
That's
know
what
he
I,
does.
that's
I
what
heard it
it
was
looks
a
like.
scooter, but not that it makes much of a difference.
I know he plays up and down the line, but I would imagine he does have a pretty big role in terms of communication, all that
Probably.
sort of stuff, right? So even just the
But
voice,
Still
the
shouldn't have
voice
won
in the
lineman
huddle
of the year
even then,
last year.
whoever the right tackle was should have been calling it out. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, the center should be making the offensive protection calls because that's most offensive linemen. The center is the one who makes those calls. But at the same time, the right tackle should have been doing something. Should have been like hitting his thigh, something.
Let him know. But at the end of the day, like when it comes to Toronto, I don't think Toronto, like now looking back and I saw some of the highlights, I've had time to really sit back and look at the highlights now. They're not a bad team.
No, they just don't have a quarterback right
No,
now.
and that shows you how vital the quarterback position is. I mean, and they got McMahon at running back. He's hurt now. Now they
Yeah.
went and got another running back. Their receiving
They
core
they
is
have
not.
arguably, sorry coach to cut you off, but
No, you
they
good.
have arguably a finalist for the most outstanding Canadian
Yeah,
in rookie Kevin Mattal.
yeah.
Second year player.
Is he set? Oh yeah, that's right. Because he had the he won the Grey Cup last year. He
Yeah,
caught
he
a
was on
touchdown.
So
Yeah.
like I'm trying to figure out with them. They played a solid game against Montreal. They did lose the game on their own, but I think they can right the ship.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
it's
think
not happening this week.
it's over.
Dude, their only benefit is how bad Ottawa's been playing. I'm so glad
We gonna get to them. We gonna get to them.
Finally a bye week. Oh.
But like, as I said, Coach, like they're not getting help this week because Kelly was ruled out again today.
He might as well just hang it up.
Dude,
Yeah,
I don't think people realize how serious that leg injury was.
Well, I did see. I'm not sure which Toronto reporter it was,
I think
but
it was
I believe
Shinetti.
it might have been Shinetti, and I believe Naylor also tweeted it as well, saying that Kelly would not start, and I believe he will not dress this week either. But the probability of him at least dressing and potentially starting next week is pretty good.
Who they got next week?
It's because they have they need to see if his scans come back positive.
Well, this week is Winnipeg. I don't know about next week.
Next week's
I
against
can look it
Winnipeg.
up there.
They're in a back-to-back against Winnipeg.
Oh, is it home and home?
Shit.
Yeah.
So are they
Toronto
the
this
Thursday
week,
game
in
next week?
Winnipeg next week.
Hmm.
If anything, he should make his return on the 9th.
Yeah, next Friday is the Winnipeg Toronto game.
What do you guys think about Montreal? Are you guys worried about them without Davis Alexander?
I don't think so.
You don't think
What
so?
do
They
you
go
mean,
they go
Shane? Did
0-2.
you
They
watch?
go 0-2 without him, and
I
then
think knowing that he's out for 6 weeks.
It sounded like they rushed him back though, and that's a little bit the reason why he popped his hammy again is because there was a few people I know they mentioned on the 3 Down podcast this week that their contributor from Montreal or whatever mentioned throughout the week that Davis doesn't look 100% at practice, and then in the game they doubled down saying he doesn't look 100%. He ends up
to be fair,
popping his
if a player's 70%, you should know this. If a player's 70%, they're going to tell you that they're good to play.
But why go get
that's
a
up
guy
to
like
the
MVP?
doctors to stop
You
him.
obviously don't obviously have that much faith in a guy like MVP, which I think I like to contradict myself. I did have the faith in MVP that I thought he'd be a decent enough backup to come in and at least split the 2 games, but he didn't look great. He didn't look great. Like even in the BC game that he did look a little bit better than his first game. I can't remember who the first game that they didn't have Davis Alexander, but he didn't look great in that one. And then the BC game
It was the Hamilton game.
Yeah, the Hamilton game he didn't look great at all. The BC game he looked better, but he didn't do enough to win. You could argue that he did, I guess, because it came down to the late penalties and stuff like that.
I think McLeod is good enough to win. He's a game manager. That's all he's ever been. The defense is if he can get other players involved, and if they can put him in a situation where he's not in a situation to have to win them a game, they should be fine. It's when you're going to go into those games where you need your quarterback to win you this game, that's where they're going to falter. It's
right,
the same
which we'll get to in our picks, but I would argue that this week is one of those games where you need your quarterback to win the game.
Yeah, but your defense is also good enough to put you in a situation to win.
Oh yeah,
and if you
and now they're gonna put him back in the mix. They still got
the thing is,
you need a quality game. You don't need him to be in my opinion, if you're Montreal, you just need him to put the ball in the receiver's hand, put the ball in the playmaker's hands. Don't do any risky throws.
Yeah, but he doesn't have playmakers. That's the problem. Mac and Phil Potter both hurt.
Yeah.
Mac's hurt now?
Yeah.
Mac's been out.
He's been out.
I thought he was supposed to be coming back this week.
No, they've both been ruled out for tomorrow's game.
I've missed the injury reports, so my apologies on that.
I just think if
nice research.
Do you think if MBT starts that game versus Toronto that they legitimately win? They needed Davis Alexander to beat Toronto. If
they won by 1 point, they would have gotten smoked.
Does he lead that game-winning drive this season?
I'm not going to talk about revisionists because, you talk if Kelly's in at the start of the year, they're probably not 1-5, right?
No.
Sure.
So
they probably don't.
Toronto's defense is bad,
like, of course, coach likes this result, but if Kelly's in, they're probably not going to lose to the Riders.
Probably not.
Who the fuck
Again,
you
if
talking about?
Kelly's in, these
No, because they
are these
no,
more
and I'm
competitive.
saying that, coach, because they lost. They only lost by 7 on a basically walk-off kickoff return.
I don't give a damn how it happened. We still pulled a dub.
I
Shit.
know. I'm just saying, like, if we're gonna go back in time and rewrite history,
Okay, I'll give it to you. If Chad was in there at that, looking back now and thinking about it and how I was feeling in that moment, yeah, we probably would have got our asses kicked.
I didn't
And
say that. I just said you might not have won.
no, I'm saying that realistically. Chad Kelly,
Yeah.
out of all the shit Chad Kelly does, one thing Chad Kelly can do, he can sling that motherfucking rock.
Okay,
He-
real talk for a sec. Are the
yeah.
Argos upset they got rid of Cam Dukes? Because
No.
we're almost at the exact same point that they missed Kelly for last year, and they treaded water long
Their
enough until he
defense
got
was
back.
so much better than they were last year.
Nah,
Like
because
their defense was so much better than
they
were
have weapons.
last year.
To
Like
give them credit too, like they've been hurt. Like McManus being out is
Yeah.
huge. That's their quarterback of their defense.
but
You know who
comparatively
really
compared to last year to Kelly missing time versus this year, their defense was marginally better than what they are this year.
you know one person on that defense that I'm like, I expect more out of and I'm not getting? Tavares
Yeah.
McFadden. I think of him, I put him in such high regard because he's got the game to back to play. He's that good, but I know he can't do it on his own. And that's what's frustrating because when everybody's on the same page, that motherfucker shines. With McMahon
So-
and even Cam Judge. I was expecting Cam Judge to rock the house with that defense, but that shit ain't happening.
Yeah.
All right, what's the next game?
What's the white safety's name? Stoic or
Fuck.
Stasek or
Stasic? Whatever. He's a baller. He's a
Yeah.
player.
the guy.
I
Oh
can't
no,
pronounce-
the guy that had 2 fumble recoveries.
Yeah.
Yeah, the white safety.
Oh,
Solid.
what's his name? Sluka.
Oh yeah,
Sluka.
Sluka. Yeah.
What's his
Cooper,
first name?
hey, that he reminded me of that boy from Philadelphia,
Deshaun?
Cooper Dejean. Cooper Dejean.
Oh,
Dejean-
Cooper
Dejean-
DeJean. Yeah.
Yeah, Cooper
Yeah, that
Dejean.
boy nasty work. If he actually gets some more spin,
QB1, Cooper DeJean, CB1.
hey, CB1.
He's no
Hey,
safety. He's a
hey,
cornerback.
white boys is making a comeback. Y'all got black people kind of scared right now.
Hey, actually, I'm gonna keep that comment to myself because that's.
Nah, say it.
Y'all came after the quarterback position. We're coming after the cornerback position.
And then we coming after fucking hockey.
Oh, whatever,
'Cause
coach.
I mean, the Sticks
Move
already
on to
losing
Friday.
basketball to Canada. so I
Friday.
guess it
What
makes
happened
sense.
Friday?
But no, I
Saturday.
think
Oh, yeah,
I don't know. I
Saturday.
feel like
Saturday.
Toronto's
No, we haven't done Friday. We haven't done. I want to talk Calgary, Winnipeg.
Oh, I forgot there was a Thursday. Friday.
Yeah, Friday. Calgary beat down
Oh yeah.
Winnipeg,
Okay.
41-20. I'll say
Boy,
it. I think Calgary.
fucking stupid.
They
Calgary
propelled
might
that.
be legit.
Yeah, they
I said it
legit.
going into last week that this is a
They're
statement
legit.
for them.
I will admit I was wrong about Calgary. They're legit.
I think we all.
Yeah, we all picked Winnipeg. We were all like,
No,
I know.
I think just in general, like coming into the year, I know I was pretty low. Like I know I was high on their offense, but I was low on them as a team. Like as a team, I didn't think
I
they
was
would.
worried that Bagleton, can we talk about it? Like Alfred, Damien Alfred, just
Yeah.
coming into his own.
Yeah, what?
Bagleton's
4
injury?
touchdowns in the last 3 games now.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That boy
he's been
nasty.
the best receiver in the CFL.
He's been a
outside of,
fantasy
Lawler.
god.
Like
You
he's the
have,
number
like-
2 receiver behind Lawler.
Yeah, I've had
so-
him the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm sick. Hey, can I add my little throw my chest in here?
Yeah, of course.
Sure.
Every single time one of the fucking players fucking comment on this shit, they come at me. Oh, well, Phil, why you ain't pick us? Phil, come on, man. Like,
Yeah, it
they don't
was
go after
Gary.
y'all. Why they coming after me?
It was Gary
Because you have a
Johnson
relationship
last
with
That's
week.
my dude. I love Gary. I love Gary to death. But like, why?
Because
Why
you
are
actually
they
have a
go after
relationship
y'all?
with them.
You're messing with his teams.
But
Yeah, when's Odell coming on to make picks?
Yeah, we've been waiting.
I reached out to him. I texted him. That man
Text him
busy
again.
as hell.
Sean Lemon might get in trouble if he joins us.
I was gonna say Sean Lemon can't do it anymore.
Nope.
Y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't right.
I mean, he could, as long as there's no money going,
He's got to bet on his
and
own team.
Montreal's on a bye week.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Y'all
if
ain't
Montreal's
shit.
playing, that's not fair. He's just gonna pick Montreal.
He just
Y'all
is.
ain't shit.
And there's no money. He's not wagering anything. There's no transactions being done.
There's no e-transfers going on, so
He's
Yeah.
just confident in his team.
hey,
Yeah, he's just coming on and saying, "No, Montreal's going to win this week." Nothing wrong with, him going to a reporter being like, "Hey, Montreal's going to win this week."
hey, but listen though, Calgary, they real deal. For now.
Yeah.
For now. Keyword for now.
Yeah.
The jury is still out, but I give them their props. They went in there and whooped that ass. We look fucking stupid. Let's go on to the next game.
Twice.
Twice.
Three
Winnipeg
times.
looked.
Realistically,
Yeah, it was twice in 3 weeks. Calgary whooped
No, I
their
know, but
ass.
they smacked Saskatchewan too. I don't think anybody expected that.
Oh
No,
yeah,
they
that's
do not.
true.
That's what I'm
Real.
saying. So like my whole argument was like, is this a flash in the pan?
No.
You
They're
beat Winnipeg
coming together.
37-16, beat Saskatchewan 24-10, and now you beat Winnipeg again 41-20. I'm pretty confident in saying that it's not a flash in the pan. Like, this team is running on all cylinders right now. The offense is going. VA is feeling it. Now, how long that lasts, who knows?
I was gonna say, if you're a
Remember
Stamps
when
fan,
we were
right
talking
now-
about how VA hadn't thrown a touchdown pass yet?
That was you.
I know, but I'm saying like that
To be fair,
wasn't.
everyone
That
was
was like
talking about it.
2-3 weeks ago.
Now don't try
It
and
is-
sit there and change it up now. Like, oh, well, remember when we talked about that? No, motherfucker, that was you.
But
Shit,
yeah,
I didn't say
I mean,
shit.
I'll say it. Like,
I think if you're a Stamps fan though, you to kind of allude to what Coach said, like you're probably hoping that you don't shoot your load before Labor Day. You want to obviously try to peak as close to playoff time as you can. They're playing unbelievable right now. I would almost want to let's win a muddy game or two. Let's maybe not play at our best, so we have.
That's
some
why I'm
confidence.
happy the Lions don't play him until the end of September.
I know, how crazy is that? Just that's a letdown on the
Oh my
CFL's
God.
part though. Like with VA doing this well,
I would
and
be here
scheduling
for.
issue.
I would be here for 10 minutes if we talked about how stupid the schedule is.
but like with that, like why was it not an early return to BC for VA? I don't like, regardless of the storylines. If now he's MOP frontrunner and he would have been returning to Vancouver, like
Yeah, but the problem,
scheduling's a bitch.
there's only one thing Calgary can't afford. And we all know what happens, and I hope it doesn't happen for VA, because we all love VA here on the channel. VA cannot get hurt. His knees
Agreed.
got to be, that line has got
they're
to
on.
protect him.
Yeah,
He
I will
cannot
say he's
cut
also been running less.
He's
and
been
keep his
running
ass
less.
in the
I was
pocket
just gonna say that, Shane.
because
Like,
you
he's
can't.
It was already coming out of my mouth when
Yep.
you started to say it.
Like,
You
he's
can't.
been running less.
VA is not the type of quarterback. Everybody thinks, oh, because he can run. He runs out of necessity. It's not
Yeah.
like you can draw up run plays and he's going to pull a Lamar Jackson. No.
Not anymore.
Protect that
He's
man.
not the same VA he was at Oregon.
No, he's not. And I
He
watched
wasn't
a lot of
even
that.
the same VA as when he was in Montreal before his first injury.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, he's really adapted to his new, I don't want to say limitations, because that sounds like dogging a player, but he's adjusted his play style to stay in the league longer.
No, he's adapted to the game. The game changes. And he's adapted
yeah,
to the
for sure.
times.
Game changes every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And unfortunately, and I mean, I don't want to say unfortunately, but like, it's not like a Brandon Jennings or a Drew Tate or a Matt Nichols who had a serious shoulder injury and like the arm strength just died. And the
I'm
ability
just
to
kidding.
push the ball was non-existent. Because like that's what really killed their careers in the CFL was like they couldn't throw the ball anymore. They couldn't throw it far enough without it with the velocity and speed that you
The
need.
butterfly effect is like been somewhat the like, and I think we talked about this a few weeks ago, but like the butterfly effect has been the newest like craze, if you will. What if Matt Nichols never got hurt?
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah. Where's Winnipeg? Where's Kolaros?
Like
What if Simone doesn't knock out Kolaros in Saskatchewan?
Yeah.
well, he was knocking a lot of people out, but still.
But like, does Saskatchewan have a ring? One or two more rings?
They
Mm,
might.
Like
not
Jason Moss
BC.
probably doesn't get fired in Saskatchewan. What happens to Cody Fajardo? You know, he
Yeah,
doesn't get that starting
does he have a
spot.
ring?
But he doesn't get that starting spot in Saskatchewan without Kolaros getting hurt.
The one good thing I will say before we move on to Saturday's game, begrudgingly for me, um, is a bit of good news. As much as everyone that's watched this show last year and this year knows how much of a Bomber hater I am, but in saying that, Coach, I see you laughing. I want to see the best players on the field. So it has been good news to me that Claros has practiced in full yesterday and today, and it's likely that he will start on Saturday.
He didn't have to go into protocol.
No, it sounds
No.
like he cleared it.
Oh, he didn't have so many
I
damn
think it was
concussions.
I heard it was more of his neck more than the head.
Yeah, like I thought it was definitely a neck issue, not a head issue,
Okay.
Whiplash, possibly.
probably.
But
But yeah,
so
let's move
that
into Saturday's game. I know the two on the right hand side of the screen probably don't want to talk about it. I'm neutral. The guy on the bottom left here would love to talk about it. So I'm just going to give the floor to Coach Phil. BC loses to Saskatchewan 33-27 in a wild game, to be honest. If you watched it, it was actually a fun game to watch. But Coach
was
Phil, I mean, for a neutral person or a fan of the Rough Riders, it was a fun game to watch.
Okay. First,
So, Coach, have fun with it.
okay. First off, prayers to Kadeem Carey.
Yes.
Hopefully,
Seriously.
that was nasty. That was disgusting. What happened?
That
But
that hit, not to cut you off, Coach, but
yeah,
that hit happened right in front of me, and like
everything happened in front of you.
I'm not kidding. Like it was, I've never seen the trainers call for the cart faster. Like
Mm.
it was bad. You saw his knee buckle. The trainers got out there and they're like, "We need the cart." But anyways,
Oh yeah.
Coach, go on.
But no, I saw the highlights later on after everything, and I will say it was a fun game. I will say that Trevor impressed me. I will give him that. I love how he was playing, took care of the ball, put up some very good. I think it was like 375, 3 touchdowns.
393, I believe.
Ooh,
I have it right here.
you like that, Shane?
I care that he put up points, not that he put up yards. He could have thrown for 100 yards and put up 3 touchdowns.
Anyway, the devil is
But yeah,
alive.
395 with 3 touchdowns and 1 interception on 23 out of 30.
Hey, give credit to BC for putting up a fucking fight, man. Hey, Buck is starting. Buck, even though I've been critical of Buck Pierce, he's actually putting together a decent program. I'll give him that. But y'all take your L, be gracious, don't hurt too much. You got your ass kicked. But by 7, I don't care. But we still haven't played a game where we are just we're the top dog. And it's
Yeah,
probably
like
not.
the Rough Riders, even though the onside kick like didn't necessarily prove dangerous, like the Rough Riders still had to recover that.
Yeah,
Like if the Lions recover that, they could have still won that game.
shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Three brothers
I
in the
know
back.
they didn't. They didn't deserve to win either. But
Why are you
Cole,
so
I know
critical of
you.
those?
I know you
Why,
weren't at the game, so I'll let you go first for this one.
Do you
I was
even
gonna
remember the game?
I was gonna preference this by saying I watched the start of the game. It was well. Also, boys, you guys do know the partner with the BC Football Conference. They kicked off week 1 on Saturday as well. So I was kind of watching the Langley Okanagan game to start. I know Blake, that was a tough one for you as well, buddy.
I don't want to talk
But
about that either.
the kind of all
When's
that I
Langley
needed.
showing up, by the way?
Oh,
Because they didn't play on Saturday.
yeah, they didn't get off the bus.
You sure they didn't have a bye week?
wait. They didn't get off the bus?
No, they got off the bus. They got whooped 39-0.
Oh shit!
They never made it onto the field, clearly.
God damn.
That's
They
okay,
were at
coach.
home, but that's even worse.
Yeah, I was
Anyways, go
gonna
on.
say they're like, nah, we're not gonna play this week. We're just
Who'd they play?
The
Okanagan.
Okanagan, probably the best team in the country.
Ugh. I've kind of heard about Okanagan a little bit, but I didn't realize it was whooping ass like that.
oh yeah.
Coach, I'd check them
They
out, coach.
good,
They're pretty
good.
exciting.
All
But
right.
anyways, all I needed to know was that listening to the TSN broadcast when I was in the first quarter, The Lions, I believe, are a minus 43 in the first quarter. And of course, in Lions fashion, it started out 17-1. So after that point, I kind of checked out for the most part, and I started to enjoy my evening as I started to get ready. And then, to be honest, I flipped on the Raiders Kamloops game onto my TV, and I put the Lions Saskatchewan game on my laptop. And to be completely honest, it was kind of an afterthought from there. I know Blake can maybe back me up. I kind of reached out to Blake later that evening, probably not in the best state, actually. Blake, for you guys that don't know, Blake actually is a ferry ride away from me, and I actually texted Blake looking for a designated driver that night. So that was kind of my commission. That's where I was.
He enjoyed his Saturday night a little bit too much.
Yes, but within that conversation, I do remember Blake was me maybe trying to be a little bit more positive and like, oh, Blake, I hope you had fun. I did kind of get the tone that Blake was probably a little bit frustrated having to be in the building, watch the game. I know it did appear that it was, as Blake said, right, if they do recover, they have an opportunity to win. But I think Blake would agree that that game was not maybe as close as the final score indicated. Having got back home on Sunday and being very hungover, I was able to go back and rewatch it. Thankfully, to I know they actually are rebranding, but it was Calgary Stampeders Classic. I believe it's now CFL Classics on YouTube.
Yep.
August 1st.
Yeah, shout out to them because they do a great job of re-uploading the games. Basically, like the next morning after the games are played, and you can watch them commercial free, which is even better. So I was able to go back, watch. As painful as it was much easier knowing what was coming more so than in the moment, as I would imagine Blake was very frustrated, especially with watching the game back. There was, I feel like, a lot of self-inflicted wounds, specifically talking about like Nathan Rourke was just off for the entirety of that game, missing balls high, missing receivers that were open. So I would imagine if I was there, if I was watching coherently, I would have been probably as frustrated as Blake. So not honestly too much takeaways. I think the unfortunate side, if I was talking about like maybe long term for the Lions, I think we kind of have seen who the Lions are going to be this season. That's kind of like that team that you don't really get a really fair like judge on, that they're going to win a game or two and then lose a game or two and win a game or two and then lose a game or two. And I feel like, as I said last week, I think the clear top three as of now. I said if BC was able to win, they would be in that conversation, but I think it's kind of as clear as of now. Saskatchewan, Winnipeg, and Calgary up top in the West. And BC's, I feel like, kind of stuck in that muddy middle right now. I don't know if they're going to be able to get out of it just because their roster's built. It's crazy when Shane said week number 8, we're 2 months into the season. Like, it's not, a small sample size. It's not 2 weeks that we've seen. And the Lions are I believe, one of 2 teams that haven't had a bye yet, right? So they played every week throughout the season.
Their first bye is next week.
Yeah, we've seen
was the last team, and it's this week too.
We've seen who they are, right? Obviously, I do hold to the the nothing matters till after Labor Day. I think the caveat on that is also you have to put yourself in position to it to matter after Labor Day. You can't be 1-5 or 1-7, whatever, maybe leading up to Labor Day. You have to be 500 within and around the hunt, within a game or two of the teams that are in the playoff bars. So I feel like just the Lions this is going to be kind of who the Lions are going to be this year. I feel like not maybe good enough to compete with those teams on a regular basis. They will obviously pull off a win or two occasionally, but I just feel like they don't maybe have the firepower that they need.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go for it.
Do you think Nathan Rourke was worth the investment? At the sacrifice, sacrifice of the receivers and the running game and everything. Do you think?
Well, I would disagree with that just a little bit, because I will answer your question first, Coach. I would say that yes, Nathan Rourke was worth the investment. Whether that pays off this year or in the future is yet to be seen.
No, that's fine.
I would disagree with you that they lost a running game, because I would argue their running game almost got better with James Butler. But if you turn that around and said, was the investment in Matthew Betts worth it?
Ooh.
At this point, absolutely not.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Not.
That's what I was gonna say. I mentioned it. Mentioned it on Twitter the other day. $260K for 19 tackles and 3 sacks.
Okay. Cole?
So I would agree with most of what Blake said, and I would say that I agree with Blake. Like James Butler is, I believe, leading the league in rushing this year, correct?
504 and 96 carries, averaging 5.3.
And I think we haven't seen the best of James Butler yet. And I think
No,
hopefully he's able to stay healthy, because we did see it. Was it last week he had the 178? It obviously wasn't versus Saskatchewan. So yeah, it was
it
2
was
weeks ago.
against the Elks. Yeah,
Yeah, so I think he's kind of, they need to find like that happy medium of riding James Butler as well as like utilizing him in the backfield and not kind of putting your eggs into one basket and truly utilizing him as like a dual threat running back. The Matthew Betts one, like, I think is a little bit more layered than I think Shane. I know Shane has been very on this conversation dating back to when he signed even. I think Justin McInnes is another one, but I think the Matthew Betts one, having a little bit of maybe conversations with people behind closed doors, I would say that he is not 100%. He is also the 3 sacks. I know we talked about it throughout last year, and me and Blake were very critical of Christian Covington and lack of production last season. I believe he's top 5 in sacks. So the production across the league just isn't there. Do I want to see it? Absolutely. So I'm not saying like baby him or like defending him, but there is, I think, a layered conversation to the Matthew Betts not being here. I believe it's from what I'm hearing, an upper body injury. So I'm not gonna say anything more.
Don't
3
play.
sacks, not good enough in 7 games for sure, especially with what you're getting paid.
I think
But
it's like Brinkman, or not Brinkman, Roby Smith in Edmonton.
Yeah.
Robbie
They're
Smith. Yeah,
highly paid defensive lineman who isn't
Yes, but
producing.
he has, I believe, no sack.
Yeah, but nearly enough to justify his price tag. If Matthew Betts was performing at this level at like 160K,
But
It's-
nobody's performing like this, Shane, is what I'm saying.
There's
Yeah,
Outside
not
of
that many sacks.
maybe
but
maybe,
no
maybe
one's
outside of
paid.
Isaac I Berglund, who I believe has 5 sacks.
He has 4. Chatfield has 5. He leads the league.
Who?
So like, yeah, absolutely. Do I want to see Matthew Betts perform? Fucking right, because I think they need him to win games. They need him. That's why they invested that so much. But to say like, oh, like I just think that, like I said, it's a layered conversation to have.
Okay.
I just think that for the money he's making, he's not being impactful every play.
Yeah.
And I think that when you're paying a guy 260K, like this isn't Cerezna, who you watch him on the film last year in Toronto. Yeah, his numbers don't look pretty, but you watch him and he's impactful every play. And I feel like for Betts, it's just he's not impactful every play. And again,
I feel
maybe
you say that about so many guys. Willie,
sure, but they're
Willie's
not
been
being
quiet
paid
this year.
260.
Willie's one of the highest paid D linemen, is he not?
Not this year. I don't think he's been one of the highest paid D linemen in the last like 2-3 years.
Okay.
But
He
again,
decided 1-year deals and taking discounts.
but the price tag, because I'm pretty sure it's him and Roby Smith are the 2 highest paid defensive linemen.
I know they
Yeah.
were because they were labeled as the Canadian 2 highest paid. I didn't know.
And when
Who
you
else
when you're paying a D lineman 260, there's a certain level of expectations in terms of of effectiveness.
But
And
I think your expectations are that he's gonna have 18 sacks every year, and that's not
No, not at all.
that's not what he's gonna
That's
have.
not realistic. But you should still be impactful every play. And you watch him, and he's not. And I think that's where you lose the value that you're paying him.
You could say that about 99. You name
Sure,
one
you can
guy
say that
that
for like 90% of the league that they're not worth the money they're being paid based off production. But when you're a
no, but
team,
you said Cerezna, like you notice him when watching film, right?
yeah,
There's
you
not
watch
there's
Toronto,
not.
you even watch even Edmonton this year.
I would disagree a little bit this year, but absolutely Toronto. He was a force not only in passing downs, running downs, and I agree, Matthew Betts. But that's kind of you made your bed when signing Matthew Betts because you know he's not a run defender.
Yeah, but I'm saying Coach asked about Rourke being worth the investment. I don't think Betts has been worth the investment. Like the return on investment on Betts has been a negative. There has been no return.
Okay, so he finishes the year with 13 sacks, and I'm not too like that. That's pretty cool with me.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
If he was at 10 sacks down the stretch in 10 games, which I think is possible, that's pretty fine with me. So, like, I
Exactly.
think that
That's kind of like a all right. We can live with that. We come
yeah,
back to the drawing board.
you absolutely want to approach 15, 16,
I
17
don't even talk about the
sacks.
sacks. I don't care if he has like
It's realistic.
13 sacks, sure. But I'm talking about like being an effective.
He's not that though, Shane. He's not
And
that.
that's what I'm
He's
saying
not
is that if he's not going
that.
to impact every down that he's on the field for, why are you paying him 260?
But you have to give
To get
credit.
the quarterback.
But okay. I think we got way
But
too
you're
far
only
off.
getting the quarterback half the time.
We're losing
So if
Blake
you're
here.
only half the time on effective,
No,
like
no,
if you're
I'm
only
still
effective
here.
half the time, why are you paying him 260?
Because
Especially when you have other holes that you probably use at under 100K, 120K to use. Like if you're paying him 260 to be a pass rusher, you're losing your investment right there. Like it's not worth the money if you're just paying him to be a pass rusher. And I think that's when you watch the Lions, when you have all these holes and you're already a bad run defense team, and you have been the last couple of years, paying someone $260K a year to be a pass first defender doesn't make a lot of sense.
nope.
When you can go out and get a guy who may only get you 7-8 sacks, but actually will help you your run defense. I would take that trade off. If I was
Because what's the first everybody noticed? So let me ask it. What's the first responsibility of a defense? Stop the what?
Run.
Thank you.
like
If you can't help
I
on,
would take the trade off.
I don't give a shit about the fucking pass. I mean, the pass rush, motherfucker. Can you stop the run first? Then we get to the sacks. The sacks will, no homo. The sacks will come. Shut the fuck up, Cole.
That might have been the best pause you've ever said. The sacks will come. Holy
Let's go to the next game, please.
Oh my
No,
god.
I didn't
Well,
even get
usually
the
you get
talk
kids.
That
yet.
is a big pause. Holy
We gotta go to the
smokes.
next one off of that one.
No, I want to
How
talk.
could you-
So like, yes, production from a sacks perspective is down at all this year. Like
Flip that.
every major sack performer is
Oh my
underperforming.
God.
God damn it.
But I will gladly take a 8 sack season for someone who effectively stops the run or helps stop the run.
Yeah,
Not one
I
person.
agree.
I think
Is
that's
he
where I've had issues with Betts making 260 is that he's basically a Vince Wilfork type player in terms of like he's one dimensional. He's there to do one job and one job only. He's not your Aaron Donald who can do, everything on the field. And why
Well,
is he being
nobody's Aaron Donald.
nobody's fucking
You
no,
guys
no,
I'm just
also
saying,
realize
like,
we're playing
he's
in the
ability, like,
CFL too, right?
but I'll say this. I agree with you. I actually agree with you, Shane. He is one
That's a
dimensional.
first.
I know. Shut the fuck up, Blake.
hey, we have it on video. I can clip it every time he starts saying something stupid. I can just be like, hey, you agreed with me, so
fuck
Play
you.
back.
Number one. Number two. I agree with. I'm not gonna say it again because he's gonna fucking do it 2 times.
Yeah.
He is one dimensional, but he is one of the best. When he's on, he's on. When he's off, it's bad. A lot of players
Yeah.
are like that. It's just how the game rolls. He's now being when at one point he wasn't being game planned for. Now offenses are game planning against him in the blocking scheme to be able to take him out of plays. He has to find a way to be able to succeed and be worth that 260, 260K?
260.
260. That's just how the game works. You find ways, and you got to also look at the DC and be like, what can we do? Do we have to move him around? Do we have to put him in a position? Where can we put him in a position to be successful? If he's just playing one spot on the D line, fuck, you're going to get destroyed every single time. But if you move him around every now and then, you'll be all right. That's just how it works.
But can I talk about the game quickly?
Go
No.
ahead.
Oh man. No, no, seriously, like I'll keep it short. I would actually agree with what a lot of Cole said. Like for somebody that was not coherent during the game, wasn't at the game, a lot of what he said was right. Nathan Rourke did not look right that entire game, which like the funny part about this is, and as per usual, Twitter fights are so dumb, but like the Twitter fight the other day was well, Nathan Rourke had a bad game and he still threw for 343 yards and 3 touchdowns and only 1 interception. But like, if you actually watched the game, you could tell that Nathan Rourke was off. As Cole said, he was missing a lot of receivers high. Looked like he thought his receivers were like 7 feet tall. There was like a lot of throws where he would like back. The Lions just like I really can't say it better than Cole did, honestly, because it's a lot of self-inflicted wounds. Like you give up a play, a touchdown on the opening drive of the game. Um, and again, I know Cole and I have talked about it personally, not as much with you and Coach Shane, but like it was our man GP getting beat on that first play or that first drive. And then the Lions, like, it's 10-1. They're getting the ball back, and Seven McGee fumbles. All of a sudden, it's 17-1. The Lions are somewhat climbing back into the game at halftime, even though I will admit the referees missed an interpretation of the rules. But no, it was against the Lions, and I'm admitting they missed an
Okay.
interpretation of the rules.
Okay. I was about to
But
say.
But yeah, the Lions are getting themselves back into the game, and then all of a sudden, like they're the first drive of the second half, the Riders score again, and even at the end of the game, like before that, what is like let's call a spade a spade. What turned out to be a garbage time touchdown at the very end, the Lions were driving down 2 scores with just over 3 minutes left. If they get a score there, get the ball back, it's very realistic that they could have at least tied or potentially won that football game. And Nathan Rourke ends up throwing his only interception of the game. Yes, it was on a tip ball, but even if it wasn't tipped, I would argue it still might have been intercepted. And the Lions, like, the Riders absolutely unequivocally deserved to win the game, but the Lions didn't help themselves by not getting out of their own way.
Hey, a tip is a tip. Pause.
Let's go to the last game of the week. Hamilton beats Ottawa
God
13
damn it.
to 15.
What was
The
the
only thing I
score?
gotta say,
30 to 15.
30
What
to
was it? Say it one more time.
15. Um,
No, say it one
the
more time. I want to hear that. I didn't hear
only
it.
thing I will say to this is that
30-15.
What?
Amos should be suspended for his hit on Brown.
Yes.
Not because I think I'm not going to sit here and say Amos is a dirty player. I don't think he is. I think he just it was a mistake. But leading with the crown of your helmet into any player's head, not just the quarterback, into a player's head should automatically be a suspension if you actually take player safety seriously.
Hey, Shane, before you go on, can I please add something to that?
What?
The fact that Brown's helmet was unstrapped before the play does not change the fact that it is a dirty hit.
Honestly, and you can tell who's actually put on a football helmet versus people who haven't, because if he actually had his helmet buckled up, it's probably a bigger injury than just a concussion. Because if you've ever put on a football helmet, those chin, like, there is no movement there. There is no give.
The new chin straps are fucking wild.
Like, if he gets hit like that, there's a good chance he breaks his jaw. It is a saving grace that his helmet wasn't done up properly. Because if it was, there's a good chance he's out for not just a week or two. He's out probably, 6 to 8 weeks with a broken jaw. But again, I don't think Amos did this intentionally. I think it was a misjudgment. Maybe he was expecting Brown to move or turn or whatever. But I think if you're serious about player safety, if you lead with the crown of your helmet and you make contact with any player's head, it should be an automatic suspension. And a game like you get kicked out of the game. In my opinion, I think it should be treated like a 5-minute major. In hockey, where if you get a 5-minute major, you also get a game misconduct.
Well, the fact that he wasn't ejected is arguably more egregious than whether or not he does get suspended.
Agreed. I think a grade 2 roughing the passer penalty should be an automatic like an automatic ejection. But outside of that, the better team won. Hamilton's offense is just Kenny Lawler right now. But
Yeah, but it's working.
just Kenny Lawler. Like he's just making it work.
He only had one touchdown.
And he fucking was critical about me saying that shit.
What do you mean? I'm admitting that the team right now is just Kenny Lawler, but it's working. I don't have anything else to say at this point. Like the offense without Kenny Lawler, like when they're not targeting Kenny Lawler, isn't that good.
No, motherfucker.
No, Tim White is good.
Sat there and said, "Oh, they only got one win. They got one more win than us. They only got Kenny Lawler." Well, fuck, that's all the fuck you need.
Clearly, all you need is Bo Levi and Kenny Lawler, and you're gonna win games. Like this seems like a Madden hack. I'm not even gonna lie.
It is a Madden hack. It's disgusting.
Like this really feels like Brady versus Brady and Moss in 07.
How'd that season end for the Patriots?
Exactly.
Eli Manning.
Post corner.
So who's this year's Eli Manning in the CFL?
VA. I'm all on board for Calgary. I'm all on board for Calgary.
I'm clipping that. I'm clipping that.
That is a Bikram yoga stretch.
The Giants were like, wow. The Giants were only like 2 wins above 500. If anything, it's going to be BC. You're going to say, who's Eli Manning this year? It's going to be BC.
I'm pulling for Calgary.
What?
What?
Did you seriously just say?
Whoa.
Just leave.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Mr. BC himself. Mr. BCFC, BBC. Pause. You are talking about you pulling for Calgary?
Storylines? Are you kidding?
Where's your storyline? Where's your storyline?
To be fair, Calgary Hamilton storyline with Hamilton winning would be poetic.
That would be so funny.
Burton Adams gets cut from another team in his CFL career. Once again, getting told no. He goes to a team that basically nobody fucking believes in, if we're being completely honest.
Yeah. All right, I got you.
Greatest show on turf this year. I know that's maybe a little bit far. They're not that.
They ain't putting up crazy numbers.
They're not the Cowboys.
And defensively, that's where I thought they would be the shittiest, and they are playing unbelievably defensively right now.
That secondary is nasty work.
The D line, like
on fire.
Yeah,
they're doing what the Riders did last year. But
doesn't he have 3 pick sixes now?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
But and like I think people were worried Mike Rose left, who was going to rush the passer for them. They're figuring it out with ease right now because
Cam Judge left too.
They've lost Cam Judge to trade.
Well, they had the question marks. So like they brought in Fraser Sopik in the offseason to kind of be like their Sam. He ends up retiring, so they have like the question marks. I believe it was
there was like 3 linebackers or 3 players.
The ex-BC Lion, who was their starting middle linebacker to start the year. I forget his name, but he went down with torn. No, he went down with a torn bicep. And then he went out of the lineup for them. What's that? I think it was like Markel Lee, if I'm remembering the name correct.
Mike Lee?
No, Markel Lee. Their defense though has been easily like the biggest surprise. Their offense, as I said, I thought they would be kind of like Hamilton last year, where their offense would keep them in games. It would be exciting for the fans, but their defense would just not be able to stop a leaky faucet. They've been great on all 3 phases. I believe, if I heard correctly, I think maybe I misheard, but it's Sean White, and I thought Rene Paredes is perfect on his field goals too. No,
I'm gonna make a hot take real quick because nobody gives a fuck about Hamilton and Ottawa. I believe Calgary's offense.
Legio's perfect.
Legio, okay. I believe that Calgary, if they get on within the next 5 weeks, if they get on a good pace, them motherfuckers could break records. I fully believe the talent. They could set a rushing record. They could set a receiving record. Damian Alford is doing nasty work right now, and just as a unit, if they play good the next 5 weeks, 6 weeks, them motherfuckers gonna have the West. I'm scared.
Well, so we moved ahead though. We skipped over the game
for
nobody give a shit.
You can move the ball against this Calgary defense. They're kind of middle of the pack in both rushing and passing yards given up.
Yeah.
You can't score on them. You can't put a touchdown. They've only given up 7 touchdowns so far through the season.
They have a bye week already, Shane?
Yeah.
No, Calgary plays Montreal tomorrow.
No, I know,
but
but
they've already had a bye.
Yeah.
They've had their
How
bye
many,
already.
how many games is that in?
6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they're 5-1.
Basically a touchdown a game. Like,
Yeah, just under. But like you can score field goals, but we know field goals aren't usually good enough to win a game.
but I know
Like,
that, like, but that's you're
Unless you're
basically
Ottawa and it's a downpour, but
their
Wait,
defense
wait,
is
hold
playing-
on. Blake, what does that say under your name?
we
it
love
says
coach.
we love coach.
Love you, y'all.
But
I
Hamilton,
didn't
no,
even
we're talking about like receivers setting records. Kenny Lawler might like he like I know I
Dude.
hate the on pace thing, but he wants to obviously
Alfred's
track.
on
on
pace
pace
to
is
beat
a
him.
joke.
he has 8 now, right?
But that's what I mean. Like the
In
storyline.
6 games, like he on the and I know pace means diddly poo, but like
Totally
he
poo.
is technically on pace to
Diddly
break
poo.
Milt's record.
Well, so is Alfred.
Yeah, they're
What was
both
it?
are.
Kenny Lawler's on pace to put up 24. Alfred's on pace to put up 25.
Putting up McDonald's numbers.
Literally. So
All right,
Yeah.
ready
no,
for the
man.
picks.
Yeah, let's get into the picks. I gotta go in 15.
Of course
So
you have to go.
Blake,
Hey,
you
I
had to
wouldn't
go
have-
about a week ago.
That was pretty
Oh
good.
yeah, that's true.
uh,
Never mind.
so Thursday night, tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern, Montreal goes into Calgary. I think we're all picking Calgary here. I think that's kind of an
No,
odd.
I'm just kidding.
Of course,
Calgary.
Blake would be the difference maker. He always likes to be the odd one out.
No. I can't lose any more games on coach. I'm picking Calgary. Wait, you didn't go over the standings.
Give
Yeah,
me one
what are
second.
you
I'm
saying?
pulling it up. I don't have last week. I didn't put in last week's standings, but
Do I got the game on coach? still?
Coach got a game on all of us.
Ha!
He's the only one to pick.
Oh, 'cause Saskatchewan, yeah.
He did in fact go 3-1. All the other 3 of us are now 2-2. So Coach officially goes over Blake for second.
Oh,
And is 1 game back of Cole for first.
fucker, yes.
He's
Too
Still
close.
ahead of you, Shane.
I don't love that.
Cole is
I
Cole
came
will
out
be
the trenches with this.
18-9. Coach is 17-10. Blake is 16-11, and I
Blake.
am 13 for 14.
Below 500.
I've been below. The Red Blacks keep screwing me. That's literally-
Stop
that is
picking
literally-
him.
I
You
did.
pick it with your heart. We
Exactly, you
told
keep picking with your fucking heart.
I did.
Wait,
I picked Hamilton last
Fuck
week.
Hey,
you,
hey,
no,
Shane, Shane, if it
ladies and gentlemen,
makes you
ladies and
feel
No,
gentlemen,
the
better,
team that fucked me was
If-
BC.
this is Mr. Fuck
it makes you
feelings
feel
to
better.
all facts.
if it makes
Yeah,
you feel
that's why I
better,
didn't pick it. It's why I didn't pick Ottawa last week.
that is why I
No,
said last week.
motherfucker, you picked fucking Ottawa this week, and now you 13-14.
Ottawa
You
doesn't
keep
play this
picking with
week.
your heart.
Ottawa doesn't play this week. I don't need to worry about that.
See, it's always motherfuckers at the bottom that sit there. I ain't worried about that, but yet when at the top, oh yeah, I'm a
They're on a
G.
bye week. I don't need to worry about it. You're talking about picking Ottawa. What am I picking for them? To go play golf? They're
Shit,
gonna hit,
they're off this week,
golf,
right?
Probably.
Maybe
Yeah.
we can get a win this week.
In the end zone, they probably can't hit the fairway either.
So
Wow.
yes, we're all picking Calgary.
So
that guy that was in
we haven't actually talked about Edmonton.
That guy that was in the comments saying that we're not giving Calgary enough respect. I hope you're watching
I hope
because
you're
we
fucking
literally
happy you
all
picked
just
your fucking
picked
squad.
Calgary.
That's Braden Hester Waddell. I played Raiders with him. He was actually like a fullback / D lineman back in the day.
That
So
explains
funny.
You got that CTE.
Well, no, because I had no idea because it's on Shane's Instagram, so I didn't have any idea until I think Saturday.
Shane invites us every single week.
No, I know. I collab with it, but I don't get the comments like to my. It doesn't come.
No,
into
neither
my,
do I.
I don't get like a notification for him. So I got a notification randomly when you commented back that like you were like, oh, I'll never not pick against Calgary or whatever. And I started reading. I just started laughing. I was like, what the hell? How did I miss this?
To be fair, I don't read any of the comments, so I have.
I mean, I'm not gonna never I agree. Like I'm not gonna second guess Calgary anymore, man.
Yeah. But we never actually talked about Edmonton real quick. Looks like Cody Fajardo.
I don't even like. fuck this
Is
team.
it
Man.
Is he though? Because they were splitting first team reps.
Well, it sounds.
But Dave and
Philip isn't
Farhan
coming out
think
and say it, but it does sound like Fajardo. He took more of the
Thank
first
God.
team reps. Are we
Damn.
done with Trey Ford? Is the Trey Ford
Yes.
experiment over? Are we done with
Trey
him? Are we
Ford
done
is
with
not a
can't throw the ball
starter.
more than 15
I
yards?
feel like we scrap this until he plays good for like a fucking like a good sample size. Because
He's
like the
never
Elks
playing good. He's not
the
good.
Elks just I feel like we waste time
Don't
at
care.
this point now. Yeah, don't care anymore.
He is
Don't care.
what he is.
I
picked
want
him
the
for-
Elks to do well as long as it's not against the Lions.
So I'm assuming it's again clean sweep. We're all going for Saskatchewan here.
Damn
Yeah.
right.
Yes.
Um,
I mean, if Fajardo's starting, that gives me more pause, but I still think Saskatchewan is the better team.
We gonna put a 40 ball on them.
Agreed. It doesn't give me enough hope that even if Fajardo starts, that Edmonton
ain't got
isn't
no
going to
True
get
enough, Fajardo doesn't play defense, so
Well, they're out. They're going to Elks in some fashion. It's
The
just
Elks are gonna elk.
it's inevitable. It's crazy, man.
Fuck, Canadian League
garbage.
basketball. Damn.
I feel bad for their fans, honestly. I know Blake,
I do
you're tight
too.
with a bunch of them. Their fans must be fucking miserable. I tuned
Oh,
into the
yeah.
Turf District a little bit last week, and they're like trying to like pour.
You mean last night they didn't even have a?
Or yeah, sorry, but they were like kind of talking about last week's game, and they're like, like it's just like I don't even know
They
how
don't
you
have
like
words anymore.
literally. It's like, man, when you get on post game after loss, like obviously it's tough. I couldn't even imagine. I couldn't even fathom years of getting on post games or whatever they're doing. And again, they're like, I have no idea what to say anymore at this point. Because like for them, it's years, man. Like I would be traumatized.
that's what I mean. It's a Chris Jones effect. It takes like look at Saskatchewan. It took them years to get like outside of the Chris Jones debacle when he was coach when they let him go. It
I
takes
think
like 2 years before they can actually like get out from underneath what Chris Jones does to a team.
I think they're food.
So yeah, we're all Saskatchewan. Saturday night we got Toronto versus Winnipeg in Winnipeg. I'm going Winnipeg here. It's Toronto. That defense is. I mean, I know McManus is supposed to be back and whatnot, but I don't know. Being at home, it's hard to pick against Winnipeg.
They're not at home; it's in Toronto. But with Colaros,
Yeah, it's next week that they're in.
with Colaros projected to start. Again, this would have been a lot harder decision if it was Strevler. I realistically might have picked Toronto if Strevler was starting, but I don't think Nick Arbuckle is going to beat Zach Colaros twice in a row. Like the Argos defense this year is significantly worse than it was in last year's Grey Cup.
Yes.
And Colaros also doesn't have a finger falling off, so.
God damn.
God dang.
Coach, what are you going with?
I don't know.
I know.
I need to go 4-0. I need 4-0.
No, pick Toronto. Pick Toronto.
Fuck you, Blake.
So aggressive.
Nah, we all picked Winnipeg. We all picked Winnipeg and they let me down. I never thought I'd do this. How long do I have until I can switch my pick?
Oh my god!
What?
Oh my god! Do not even! I got freaking hung on a cross for this. Oh my god!
Hey! I'm grieving. I deserve to choose.
You can have till
Okay, Cole.
kickoff.
You had until kickoff. We told you
Yeah.
that you had until
And
kickoff.
I got freaking.
Yeah, Cody's gonna do the same thing. You're gonna use your one swap.
I didn't use it. I didn't use it yet.
I'm not talking to you, Cole. I'm talking to Coach.
I'm just fucking with y'all. I'm gonna go with Winnipeg.
Oh,
Cole,
man.
is it another clean sweep?
It is. I hate that for like the excitement factor, but it is. I can't.
It's just hard. It's hard to sit.
Yeah.
We're 8 weeks into the season, and like it's kind of sad, but like a lot of our weeks are like 3 out of 4, or like sometimes all 4. We all agree because like there's a better team in almost every single game this year. Like there's no games where the teams are pretty equal.
We got the last game of the week. Hamilton versus BC.
I think this
I'm
will
gonna
be a
go
nice
last
game.
on this one. I'm gonna let the two
Ooh.
BC boys go first. I want to see where they go. I'm gonna go last on this one.
Cole, you
Blake, I'll
want to
let you
go
go first.
first, or do you want me to go first?
I'll let you go first.
I'm gonna go with Hamilton in this one.
Holy smokes.
Oh.
I wasn't
Like,
expecting that.
like seriously, the defense let me down last week. Like Nathan Rourke, I don't think he'll have two bad games in a row per se, but like at the same time, um, like
Just run the
as
ball.
I said earlier, he threw for 343 yards, 3 touchdowns, only one interception. That was considered a bad game. So really, how much better can it get from that? Truly,
Mm.
and like the defense let up 33 points. They were getting torched left and right down the field. And I swear I've said this to a few people because I talked to a few people at work about football. I swear if Hamilton watched any of the game film from last week, they will just run 12-yard outs every single play, and the Lions DBs will be 5 yards away from it every single time.
Easier
Also,
said
Oh
than
Cole,
man.
you
done.
never actually accepted last week's collaboration invite
Oh,
on
maybe
this.
that's why. That's why I
Oh
didn't
my,
really see
this
it.
here.
Just saying.
Hey, we get a couple, we get a lot of notifications, boys.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
So
so
do
no,
I.
the Lions defense wasn't good enough.
To be fair,
The
Coach didn't
the special
accept the week prior, so
the special teams was
That's
not
big.
good enough either. Seven McGee had a fumble. Sean White, which is an unsurprisingly Sean White day, and no Shane. I have not gotten my jersey
I was
yet.
gonna say,
Yeah, you
God damn it, Blake, where is
fuck.
it?
They haven't said it's ready.
Motherfucker, how far is it?
It's at the practice facility, but
How
I'm
far away are
waiting
you
for
from
the
the practice facility?
Just
20
message
minutes.
Baker or something and be like, bro, I ordered this, get it. Like, come
But
on,
but
express it.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Sean White only kicked one field goal last week. Seven McGee had a fumble, which like Seven McGee, I actually like his potential as a returner. The Lions like have
his
not
name
had
is
a
Seven,
decent.
Coach.
The
There's
Lions
a
have not
mother.
had a decent
Well,
returner since arguably Chris Rainey. But like all three phases lost the Lions the game, and I just don't trust them.
Blake, timeout. What's up, Coach?
y'all got somebody on your team named Seven?
Yeah, you
Yes,
know why he's named Seven?
he has 6
He's one of the
siblings.
seven dwarfs?
Basically, his parents had six other kids. He was the seventh, and they couldn't figure out a name.
They call him Seven.
Then stop fucking. Hell. Shit, if you ain't got no fucking names, stop fucking.
Where's the
But
fun in
like,
that?
I just don't trust the Lions
Wrap it up.
defense. Like
Right?
more so than anything, I don't trust the Lions defense to stop Bo Levi Mitchell and Kenny Lawler.
Oh God.
All right,
Is
Blake,
that,
your coach, or Cole, your turn. Holy fuck.
Let
yeah,
Cole go.
third time's the charm there.
Yeah, I
Jeez.
gotta go through the siblings, right?
You didn't
See
have
what
any. You
the
didn't have
parent
any other
mind's going,
options.
right? It is like go, go, go. You gotta land eventually.
Oh man. Oh man. This one's a shitty one, to be honest. I think, like last week, I'm going to say that I am prepared to get hurt, and I'm going to go with the BC Lions to let me down. I can't pick Hamilton. I don't know why. I know I just talked about them in Calgary and into a Grey Cup, but I just like one fucking like Bo
It's
Levi
like
Mitchell and
Calgary.
Kenny
At some
Lawler are gonna
point, we
beat
have
us.
to admit they're good.
I know, no, I know Hamilton is good. I'm not admitting that they're not. I think home and home with Hamilton. I think they get the one in Hamilton. I think the BC gets the one at home. Is kind
I'm
of my, as
holding
I
you
said,
to that in 2 weeks,
as
but
as I said, I'm maybe hoping and picking them a little bit with my heart here. Once
Probably.
again, after losing last week
Oh
and
God.
not learning my lesson after picking the BC Lions versus the Riders, but I don't know. I can't like if
in
we
fairness,
lose to.
Shane
Are you
picked
going
them too.
BC
It
or
wasn't
Hamilton?
just the
Just
two of us.
simply yes
I
or
said
no.
I said BC.
Okay, just want to make sure. I wasn't sure if
Maybe
you were talking yourself out of
maybe
BC.
maybe listen, Shane.
I was, but it sounded like you were talking yourself out of BC, and you're going to be like,
Did I
"No, I'm
not?
going with
Did I not?
Hamilton."
Did I not
Just
say
for
I
the
had
Hey,
BC?
you
content.
two. Hey.
I just thought you were going to talk yourself out of BC and be like, "For the content, I'm going to go Hamilton."
Shane,
No.
you're up.
I'm going Hamilton.
I'm going Hamilton. Ah, fuck. Well,
I
God damn it! Now I can't.
yeah.
I
See,
can't gain a game on coach at all this week.
why? You don't even know what who's he going to pick.
He just said he's going Hamilton.
Oh, I
Pay
couldn't hear him over
attention.
Cole. Cole was talking
No, Shane needs to clear his ears.
clearly.
Scam for the win.
It's been a long
See,
day.
that was also the other thing. I kind of figured Shane and you were gonna go Hamilton, and if we all go Hamilton once again, that was 4 games in a row.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't
I'll-
the ones that gonna have. No, y'all are not the ones that gonna have Gary Peters coming at you in the fucking comments or your DM.
Are you sure about that?
Because you gotta go up against Kenny fucking Lawler.
Well, maybe you have Kenny Lawler in your DMs if you
Man,
pick
bro,
BC.
I don't know. I'm tired. Damn, they always gotta come at the black man. Damn, go at the white boys.
No.
Damn.
Yeah.
Why don't they ever come at you, Blake?
They
Hey,
might.
You have a
This is the
relationship with them.
I'm pretty
I
sure.
do have a
Shane,
relationship with them, but still, it's like, damn,
Shane, go back in the
why?
picks.
why I gotta
Go-
sit there? Just because I'm working with y'all, all of a sudden, you know what? The devil is a
Yes,
lie.
because why are they coming at us? They don't know us. They don't have a
Shane.
relationship with us.
Yeah,
Hey.
Go back in our picks. Is this the first week I have not picked BC?
I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah, so they might come at me this week, coach.
I'm proud of you, Blake. I'm proud of you, buddy.
Hey, stand on your own too and squabble up. Hey, before we get up out of here, you know who we all remind me of?
Who is
No.
that?
Brady Bunch?
South Park.
Why is that?
Shane's Cartman.
Oh my god. Oh my!
You know what? I'm fine with that.
It's my
Cartman's
my
a G.
chicken pot pie, Kitty.
Nick, he's
Cartman's a
not
G.
that
I'm
bad.
totally fine with it.
Cole, you're Stan.
Oh,
Blake, you're Ina. And
Who's
I'm Kenny.
I feel like Blake's more of a Kenny.
You think so? I'm not
Well,
Jewish.
Kenny always dies and Blake always dips early, so
Yeah,
kind of
all right.
equivalent.
I'll be the Jew. Wait, because then that means me and you beef all the time. Damn.
You guys do beef all the time. What do you
He
mean?
starts it. I finish it.
so it is right then. Blake's Kenny and you're Kyle.
I don't start anything. I'm just an innocent bystander in all this.
Honestly, like people that listen to this podcast instead of watching it, you guys are seriously missing out every week.
You guys are
Right.
missing out on some real deal spill right here because we be going
I
at
agree.
it.
I'm just saying.
Cole,
It's
what's
a
on
great
tap this
episode.
week for you in BCFC BBC?
BSCB BBC.
Wait, Cole. Before you answer that, what's our downloads like, Shane, on the old Spotify?
Shit, we ain't making no
I
money.
haven't checked. I haven't actually been able to It's been horrendous. I've tried downloading it a couple of times, and they don't go to everywhere. They only go to Spotify. So I've had to figure out what the hell's going on because it's not going to Apple. It's not going to Google. So the last couple of weeks haven't been uploaded.
Well, shit, I want my check.
What, you're not even uploading it on Spotify?
No, I've also been slumped with work. I've lost 2 people. I've been these last 2 months.
Excuses.
These last 2 months, I feel like I'm running on just fucking fumes.
Wait, Shane, what do you do? What do you do for a living?
I'm retail, but when shit hits the fan, and we're going into our busy season, and shit's hit the fan. So I've had to deal with it, but
anyways, to answer your question to Cole, coach, the Rams are on a bye this week. Thank God I don't have to watch them get waxed again.
you
And,
didn't watch them get whacked last week. They were never on the field.
Okanagan plays VI, Prince George plays Kamloops, and West Shore plays Valley this week. Did I get that right, Cole?
I believe so, Coach.
Hey, VI
I
put up a 50 spot last week, didn't they?
They did,
39
yeah.
to nothing.
No, he said VI.
No,
VI.
not,
VI,
not
yeah,
Langley. We're not always talking
57.
about you, Blake.
Yeah, Blake. It's not all about you city
This is
guys,
why
all
he's
right?
king, because he thinks
Wow.
everything revolves around him.
Anyways, Coach, if you are not doing anything on Saturday and want to check it out, I would recommend that VI Okanagan game. It's at about 7.
Is that the
Okanagan.
Talus game this week?
No, I believe it's not actually.
Damn
Like
it.
I don't know why. I don't know which one the Telus game is.
I will not be watching that because I'll be asleep.
Yeah, you definitely will for sure.
Yeah,
Coach,
I want to check it out, man. Shit looks
you might
fun.
be up. Coach, there's a Okanagan, especially, man, defensively, they are unbelievable, and they still don't have Jacob Bond, who's with the Lions right now. They have these two guys. Coach. All I
Go.
need to tell you is their names, and you'll get Jaquintus Summers and Jarvion Williams.
Yo, that sounds like a Keenan
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, I know that I was not also trying to make that a racist joke, but coach, that is all you needed to know. Okay, so these two brothers came up to Okanagan. I don't know exactly where they're from in the States, but they came up to the BCFC this year. Jaquintus, he finished week one. He had 3 sacks, a forced fumble, and I believe like
can't breathe.
two defensive tackles. Jarvion Williams, he had a sack, 4 tackles, fumble recovery for 60-yard touchdown.
I'm dead.
Unbelievable. These two
dead.
dudes, coach,
I'm dead.
I'm telling you, if
I'm
you
dead.
tune into any BCFC games,
wait. You said Jaquintus?
Jaquintus Summers, swear to God,
And the other
swear
one
to
name? What's the other one's name?
Jarvion Williams.
Shane, does the OFC start this week or is it a couple
Next
weeks
week.
away?
They start
That's
next
the
week.
most
First game.
Cole is the
shit
the
I've
Prairie
heard
Conference this
week.
week or next
No,
week?
it's August 10th.
Oh my
Really?
God.
They're
I
that
need
late,
that
the
laugh.
Prairie?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. Well, the Prairie's the smallest one.
Yeah, true enough. They have what,
Um,
5 teams? How
Something
many
like
teams
that.
are in the Prairies, Cole?
I think it's 5, or it might be 6 now. Actually, I
I'm
believe.
gonna check. I'm pulling it up right now.
Anyways, coach, I would recommend it. Defensively, they're freaking so fun to watch. And then they also just got their running back, just came back from University of York. So he was with like Coach Dexter Janke that helped turn around the program last year at York. He's a really talented receiver. And then VI is obviously like my alumni and who I watched growing up. And they're kind of like the last in 2022, 2023, they were 0-20 over two. Yes, coach. They were 0-20 over 2 seasons. Last year, they just named
4-6.
their first year like a head coach for the first time, and he was a safety that I played with when I played with the Raiders, and he was a first year head coach. He brought them to a 4-6 record, just missed the playoffs by 1 game, and then this year it's super high hopes. We've got a very good recruiting class. We've recruited a couple guys from the States as well, and it's going to be a nice test to kind of match up with Okanagan. I'm not promising no wins. I'll be fully transparent. We picked Okanagan in the picks this week, so expect an Okanagan win, but I think it's going to
You
be.
still didn't invite me to?
I'm sorry. I don't have any. I don't have any saying that now. I just let the Wiz do all that. But I would kind of. There's still like question marks out there, and opposed to like who's kind of like the number 2 and 3 teams behind Okanagan. As you saw, Langley obviously got belt to ass, so I feel like they're kind of until they get to play Valley and West Shore, they're going to obviously have questions about themselves, right? So I think VI is next up to play Okanagan, and cross my fingers that it's not 39-0. Hopefully, it's maybe 30-14.
39-0 the other way.
Yeah, absolutely. They played in a very close game last year. I believe it was like 39-34, and it was a very similar team. They
That
actually
was the
had
game in Nanaimo, was it not?
they had Ilion Noah, who was I believe from Louisiana, and he went to the same high school as Reggie Bush, broke all of Reggie Bush's high school records and stuff like that as a running back. And then I have no idea how Okie. Well, actually, I do know Okie. Okie got him up here with a little bit of that, and
NIL.
he broke Andrew Harris's records and Jamel Lyle's records in the BCFC and stuff like that last year. So he was phenomenal. And then actually out in Ontario, St. Clair, where Shane I know is St. Clair nearby. Shane,
I believe so.
St. Clair ended up knocking them off last year in the national championship, which
Yeah.
kind of been like the running joke is like the
First
OFC
time
is
in like 20 years, yeah.
Yeah, the OFC isn't legit, but St. Clair legitimized themselves in the conference last year, proving that they are like top tier and they can compete for a national championship.
Well, the problem with the OFC was that you were competing. There's so many U sports teams. Like the OUA is so deep.
Yeah.
There's like 10 OUA programs. So you're competing against all those. So the OFC just wasn't as strong. But yes, the OFC starts on August 1st, where we get to see the first look of the Sioux Cougars against the GTA Grizzlies.
I got Grand Theft Auto
Um,
teams. Damn.
and then the Prairie Conference starts. They don't have their own website by the looks of it, which is weird. But their Prairie Conference starts August 10th, with all 6 teams playing.
Who's
Coach,
in the Prairie?
Coach, I don't know if you know about
Saskatoon Hilltops,
Yeah,
Regina Thunder, Edmonton Wildcats,
Oh, okay. Damn. Yeah.
Edmonton
Calgary
Huskies,
Colts, Winnipeg Rifles. Who's the team I'm missing? Oh,
Edmonton
Edmonton
Huskies.
Huskies.
Coach, I don't know if you know about the Hilltops at all, but they're like the most storied franchise in,
Yep, I know about them.
Canadian junior football.
Yeah,
Like
It was the Sooners until they shot the bed in like the mid 2000s.
yeah, multiple national championships, multiple Prairie Conference championships, multiple guys sent to university and CFL and stuff like that. So they're kind of like the like everyone looks up to them. I know last year I think Regina beat them though actually in the Prairie Conference
They
championship.
did,
But
yeah.
Yeah, well, they
Oki,
started.
Oki beat them in the national semifinal.
in the Prairies, it's kind of as you know, Coach, like being out there, it's kind of ran through Saskatchewan and Regina.
Yeah, okay. I figured that. So okay, cool.
Yeah.
Again, the fact that
Shoot me the link on that one.
Yeah, well,
Okay,
like Winnipeg, because there used to be 7 teams or 8 teams, I think, in the PFC, and then 2 of them joined U Sports.
yeah, I know
the Regina Rams and I think the Bison were also part of U Sports.
Yeah.
Or were part of the CGFL and both joined U Sports in like the early 2000s.
All right, boys. Another good show.
Right. Great show. Great.
I thought you had to leave 10 minutes ago, Cole.
Yeah, I kind of have to be there by 8, so as long as I'm kind of out of here in the next 8-ish minutes. I only live about 10 minutes away from practice, so
That's not bad.
it's kind of just
Late
so like
practice tonight. Is the game at home or is it in Oki this week?
It's in Oki this week, unfortunately. They practice 6 to 10, but I'm not going for like meeting or film or anything like that. And then they actually meetings and film are from 6 to 7, and then they practice 7 to like 9:30ish. So usually I don't have to be there till like 8, like because the first hour is like individual stretch, a little bit of special teams, and then they start to do like Skelly and start to get into teams, stuff like that. Once basically I get there, which is nice. So it's like 8 o'clock, which is kind of cool. But I was gonna say, is Shane expecting us to close it out without him? Or are we just gonna shut things
back.
down?
You know he ain't leaving without.
I was like, what is this?
No, the audio just stopped working on StreamYard. So
what is up with your fucking? What the fuck is up with your shit?
I don't know. Okay, it switched from my speaker to my microphone. When I switched it back, it wasn't working, so I refreshed it. I don't know. Blame StreamYard.
But anyways.
Oh my god.
In 3 Saturdays, boys, I'm making my color debut. So you guys got to check that one out.
I'm definitely watching that.
Is it a VI game?
Yeah, so I'm the color Blake. Little official title is here. Color analyst for the Vancouver Island Raiders this season. So I'm looking.
I don't see no color.
Is it a pay-per-view game or a Telus game?
It's I'm not too sure because I haven't looked at the Telus games that far yet, but it's the Valley VI game in week 4.
Okay. Big time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Moving up in this world.
Yeah, trying to, boys. Trying to.
Next thing you know, he's not going to be on this show next year because he's going to be too big for us.
Yeah.
I'll never not be on the show.
That's what you say now.
I might be a little bit more late, but
hey, they need to put us on fucking TV. We be too much.
No doubt. Well, Coach, you can't be swearing then, Coach. We're on TV.
They'll bleep me out.
We gotta be ourselves. We gotta be on YouTube. I feel like, or we gotta be on streaming or something. Like,
yeah, but damn, but first of all, me and Shane gonna actually throw down on national television, so that would be comedy. Second of all, you and Blake gonna sissy that shit. We gonna have some hot takes and folks gonna hate us. So hey, we gonna be ratings. If they think what's his name? Luke Wilson. Luke Wilson's crazy. Wait till they get us on fucking TSN because we are more comical than not knocking them. I love all of them on TSN, but hey, we would bring a different swagger to TSN.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's get up out of here, y'all. I got a Philly cheesesteak waiting on me.
Ooh, do I had nachos for dinner tonight?
Wait, what was on them? Wait, hold on. Wait, now we talking.
I had pizza.
Gross.
What kind of pizza though?
Hawaiian.
I stand correct.
All right, it's Blake. Fuck. Of course.
What are you?
Pineapples on your fucking pizza.
Yes, pineapple belongs on pizza.
I bet you eat bologna too, don't you?
Yeah,
Yo,
why
don't hate
wouldn't
on
I?
bologna. Bologna's great.
Bologna.
Bologna. Cole, what you have for dinner?
I'm having tacos.
White people tacos.
Or
I love me.
bomb.
Or is
I
it
love me.
Taco Bell? Do y'all have Taco Bell up there?
Yeah, we do.
We do.
We also have Taco Bell in our Walmart that we can take home and use. So I don't know if you guys have that in the States. I assume you do.
Nah,
Like
we be
Taco
having
Bell.
McDonald's and Charlie's and different stuff. I'm ready for my Tim Hortons fix.
Ooh.
You're not missing much.
Get your donut.
I know,
Get your
but
donut
they're
holes.
greasy.
Ice caps. Mwah.
Not even worth the price anymore.
What do you mean? Oh my god. Have you paid Starbucks prices?
Starbucks
I
prices
mean,
are
I used to work at
disgusting.
Starbucks, so no, I got my shit for free.
Yeah, exactly. So why are you talking right now, Shane?
Because it's like
I
almost $5 for a fucking large ice cap. It's
yeah,
fucking
and
not
it's
worth it.
$8 for a Starbucks drink. You're
Why
still
are you
Starbucks
giving
paying
money.
prices are.
Starbucks? I'm just saying the ice cap's no longer worth the price that you're paying for it. Why are
Hey,
you
look,
bringing? I never said it's. Why are you bringing Starbucks into it?
I
Okay,
was gonna
fine.
say something out of pocket, but I'm gonna keep it to myself. I had a real good one, but I don't want
No,
to
say
get in
it.
trouble.
Say it.
The price of Starbucks is the same price as ass these days. It's expensive.
True.
Not that I'm
True.
saying I know from experience, but I know some people that. Let's get out of here. Time to go. Time to go. We getting out of
Know
pocket.
some people. He's the people.
This has been great, y'all. Thank you. Thank y'all. I
Yeah.
love y'all. Thank y'all.
Yeah,
Hey,
seriously,
we
like
love you right back, Coach. For real.
Thank you, man.
that's why I put it in my header. Like, we love you, Coach. We're so glad you were able to join us tonight, for real.
Hey,
Wait
We
till
hope
find
we
out
gave you a
Peter Penix
we
too,
hope we
boys.
gave you a bit of a distraction for a couple hours at the very least. But
hey, still got a lot more work to do, but hey, if Shane's being nice to me, I'll make it through.
Sure.
I'm
Yes,
I'm
sir.
nice to you all the time. Until you
Yeah,
start
you
saying
are. I'll
stupid
give that.
shit.
I will. It's only on camera when we go at it. I think if
When
I
you
lived in
start saying
Canada,
stupid shit.
no. You know what's fucked up? I think if I lived in Canada, if I lived in your neck of the woods, I think we'd be the best of friends.
I thought we
probably
already were.
Got to make the move, Coach.
he
Shit.
means you'd be going out to eat dinner and shit is what he means.
I'd actually buy you a beer.
I'll
Shane
hold you up.
doesn't
Are you going to
drink.
Grey Cup? I'll hold you
Hey,
up on that Grey Cup.
Shane doesn't drink.
sorry, guys.
I'll
Side
go for real.
question before we get out of here. Last thing, because I do have to go.
Yeah.
Is anybody down to go to the CFL Combine next year?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
We
in
can make
Edmonton,
it work
yeah,
100%.
hey, I
yes.
know a good place to eat too. Black Pearl. I'm gonna take y'all to Black
Okay,
Pearl.
okay. We'll talk about it another day.
We'll talk
Can
about
CFL
it.
Kayla
Combine
come
next
with
year.
us?
Yeah,
What?
Can who?
Kayla from the Turf District.
Yeah.
Commissioner,
Andrew and Kayla from
commissioner,
the Turf
commissioner.
District.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I
Okay.
don't care.
Yeah,
Don't,
I
don't,
saw.
don't
I
you
saw
live in
that.
Edmonton?
I'd be down to go.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's in Edmonton. They announced it today.
I
Yeah.
saw that news this morning, and I was like, man, it's not in BC, but Edmonton is damn close. I can make that work. So if you guys are down Combine next year, I think that would be a ton of fun. Do some content from there as well, and just our first like almost like big. I know we did Grey Cup, but I feel like we're all so busy that we didn't really get to enjoy it, like all four of
Oh,
us. So
cool.
it'd be
Yeah.
sick to kind of like go out, as Coach said, take us out for dinner, enjoy the weekend, and then I know Shane and I huge into the draft and stuff like that, and get a up close and personal look at the prospects. I think would be a good time. So boys,
Yeah.
once again, ton of fun. Coach, love you, man. If you need anything, we're always here for you, and
Love y'all.
always enjoy talking Canadian football with you boys. Excited for next week.
Let's get out of
See ya.
here.
Yeah, let's have a good one. See you guys.
See y'all.